We are going to be receiving a body that will endure an eternal existence, whether you are righteous or unrighteous. So annihilation wouldn't even, if we were just going to be annihilated, if the unbelievers were going to just be annihilated, then there would have been no point in even sending Christ. There would have been no point. Because he was raised from the dead in order for those who believe in him to have the life he has now, this glorified life. But the wicked, they're going to live forever, but not with a life like the righteous will have. It's going to be a perpetual existence of doom and torment and gloom and wailing and weeping and gnashing of the teeth, where the worm does not die. That is the lot for those who reject Christ. An eternity of condemnation that knows no end, a place of absolute and utter torment that has no rest, there's no breaks in between. There are no water breaks. It will be eternal torment forever. And this is why we all need to be provoked and persuaded of these things, because this is going to happen. Men in politics, they don't give us the justice that we all should have. The police departments around the world don't give us the justice. They don't even know all the facts that need to be known to give perfect justice. But what we need to understand is this: men may do the best that they can or the best that they want to, but God is going to give exactly. He's going to give exact and perfect justice. Perfect justice. And if you have committed one sinful thought in your life, it is enough for an eternity of hell, because God is that holy. He is that pure. One thought of a sinful act is all it needs. That's all you need for an eternity of condemnation. Now, the Lord Jesus says this, when he said in Matthew 10:28, and I'm going to close here, when he said in Matthew 28, fear not them which kill the body, do not fear them who kill the body, and that's it, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him who is able to destroy both body and soul in hell. Now, killing the body would suffice, as I said earlier, that would suffice for annihilation. And that's something that Jesus himself says that you don't need to fear. But he says, fear him who can destroy both body and soul in hell. The Lord tells us this in this passage. He tells us to fear what comes next. In other words, don't fear the destruction of the body and the one who can do that. He says, don't fear that. He goes, fear what comes next. That is, fear the one who can destroy both body and soul in hell. Fear that. Because he's telling you that to not submit to him is to be subjecting yourself to him who will destroy both body and soul in hell. Hell is an eternal place. It is not a stagnant place. It is not a grave. The grave is the grave. That's the ground. That's Hades. That's the grave. But the lake of fire is the place whereby those who go there need to be prepared in advance to endure their rest of their existence in. You got to read the Bible. Because this right here is the whole reason. The fact that eternity in hell is real. This is the whole reason why we believe. This is the whole reason. This is what salvation is all about. The good news of the gospel is about being saved from this very thing. This is the thing that we are saved from. It's not enough for us to know what we believe. We need to know why we believe it. It's not enough to know that we have salvation. If we don't know what we're saved from, do we have salvation? We don't have to perish. All we have to do is believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and all of that goes away. That is it. And Christians, how can we say that we love our families and our children and our friends, and we love all these people? You know, a lot of people like to say, I love everybody. Then how can you let people go without making them understand what they need to be saved from? Not just that they should be saved, but they need to know what they're being saved from. This is what is so important about the gospel. And when you take hell out of the gospel, you have a world that we have right now. You have the American Christian doctrine that we have right now, a toothless gospel, a gospel with no teeth. But the fact of the matter is, Christ is going to return, and he's going to raise all of mankind the same time, the great assize. He's going to raise us all from the dead, and every man will stand before the throne. Every man. The great white throne judgment is not just for the wicked or the righteous. It's where all men will stand before Christ. That is the great white throne. White because of the purity of justice that is going to be exacted. Christ is going to have all men stand before him and judge all men the same time. And, you know, you have all these dispensationalists who say that, no, the wicked are going to be saved at a different period in time altogether, thousands of years apart, wicked and the righteous. If that were true, then how could Christ say what I read to you earlier, that he's going to separate the ones on his right hand from his left? So, you know, so these dispensationalists, they got everything wrong. When Christ returns, and it's not going to be a appearing, and then there's a rapture where the Christians will take off and chaos is all over the world. That's not what's going to happen. When Christ returns, the world is over. We're going to have a different kind of a flood. It's going to be a flood of flames. He's going to wipe out the earth and recreate redo the earth and the heavens the way he intended it to be for mankind to enjoy him in. So, Christians, what manner of people ought we to be knowing these things? It should make us tremble in fear, even for the believer, knowing what we've been saved from. If you don't know what you're saved from, you cannot appreciate and give God the honor that he really deserves from you if you don't understand the magnitude of his salvation. Fear him who can destroy both body and soul in hell, and be provoked and be persuaded. And may God bless all of you today.